So today I'm going to introduce you how to generate great profits by initiating an ice-free world. Therma is mimicking antifreeze proteins to create the most affordable, effective, non-toxic ice blockers for multiple horizontal markets. So we love low temperature because it can save lives. It can offer us to do organ transplantation and regenerative medicine preservation. And low temperature can make your food last long and stay fresh. So that's why we have a freezer and refrigerators. Of course, we enjoy winter fun. But sometimes ice can be really bad. When ice forms in the organs or tissue, it can cause the structure damage. So that's why the meat can have a freezer burn. Also, organ transplantation can fail because they stay on ice too long. And also, large ice crystals is really bad for ice cream, make it taste like rock hard. So how do we fight this unwanted ice? Actually, biologists came up with this revolutionary solution to add this compound called the cryoprotective agent, which is also called ice blockers, so safely and effectively remove the unwanted ice in living system. So advancement of such can lead to a promising opportunity, such as we can provide game-changing solutions to make organ banking succeed, which can save millions of lives. So one of the three people sitting here might face the premature organ failure in future, and then will be put on the wait list for organ transplant. Currently, in US, there's 10 times people on the wait list compared to the donors, so which leads to a really bad death rate to 1 patient per hour. But we have enough donors. The question is we are lacking of a proper long-term preservation solution. So many organs go on waste. So we really need great ice blockers to solve this problem. So current market for organ transplantation is $20 billion. And Department of Defense and the Silicon Valley brains has shows great interest in this area. We believe organ banking spring is coming. So why DoD is actively seeking for breakthrough of the ice blockers? Because while the use of chemicals has remained unchanged for the last 50 years. Well, because people like them, they are small and they are cheap to make and easily get access. However, they are far from being perfect because they are actually toxic at their effective concentration. It's very hard to use for solid organs. But nature provides us a great solution. These antifreeze proteins. When the species don't have our luck to enjoy La Jolla sunshine, they have to find a way to live in the ice-cold world. So they make these proteins. They can allow the protein to bind with ice and control the size and the shape of the ice. So a lot of species survive at the sub-zero temperature, such as insects can survive at minus 80 degrees C. So this masterpiece protein is hyperactive, can work at the extremely low concentration, and it's non-toxic. However, they cannot be commercialized because we're talking about getting 5 grams of AFP with 1 ton of fish. It's impossible, right? And on top of that, it's natural protein, so can be chopped off by proteins and cause allergic reactions. So, in this case, how do we bring the frustration forward? Therma came up using biomimetic nanoscience to create mimic antifreeze protein, create the ice blockers more affordable, effective, and non-toxic. So here I want to talk about our initial market, cosmetics. You will say, wait a minute, why is cosmetics? You just spend all the time talking about this brand new organ preservation market. But because this protein is so amazing, besides their antifreeze property, it has been proved as a great skin rejuvenator. So this is like a $300 billion market. And the L'Oreal actually is actively seeking for AFP producers. And in this area, consumers are driven by desire cutting-edge scientific terminologies. As a female scientist, when I go for skincare shopping, I become very irrational. So we need to face very few hurdles to go into this market because no FDA approval needed. How nice is that? And also, remember AFP, nobody actually can make it reliably. So they give us entire blue ocean to swim. Second market will be a $10 billion ice cream market. So what makes ice cream taste so creamy good? Actually, small crystals. So we can use air or high fat to make this crystal small. How about AFP? It's proved to use 4 milligrams of this protein in 1 liter of ice cream to achieve just the same taste as premium ice cream. So how Therma is gonna bring this into market? We have a peptidomimetic polymers. They are born like a protein, but they are much better than proteins because they're very stable to protease and non-toxic. More importantly, we can make them cheap and we can scale them up. And the Lawrence Berkeley Lab has granted us as one of the few industrial users to have our R&D done in the state-of-the-art facility and have the access to the top equipment and the top scientist advisories. Here I'm showing you the high throughput 3D printing of our target molecule pipeline. And our material is extremely cheap, dirt cheap compared to the synthetic proteins. Here we're talking about making 24 library of this molecule within 10 hours. And our solution is extremely feasible thanks to the intense previous research. They can control crystal size growth already, and they can prevent gas hydrate crystal in the gas pipeline. So those already been done. The mimicking AFP effect will be only just easy breezy, one step away. So we are on top of our milestones. We identify our users and get access to the top laboratory and get seeded funding. And we're in the stage of high throughput screening and synthesis. And in the same time, we're developing the first in the field equipment, allow us to do the high throughput screening of ice analysis. So after that, we're expecting very fast turnout of our potential compound. And we focus on a horizontal integration model. So we have the 1, 2, 3 stages of market. And the investment will inject into the primary market first. And the quickly return will be generated to give back to you. So as our investor, you can expect getting return from each steps of development and without worry about keep putting money into the hole. So we'll keep you happy and grow more independently. Okay, here is our projected financials for a primary market. As you can see, we can start generating revenues at the end of 2016, and the revenues continues to grow exponentially. So why fund our young group? So we can bring the most wanted ice blockers into the world. Nobody else can. And we, by this unique and feasible solutions, quickly get into the market, face very easy competition. And we have excellent team. So I and Mark, the CTO of the company, are naturally born multitaskers. During our PhD, we also handled $7.5 million international procurement. And that has involved 5 different countries with aggressive deadline. And Mr. Wei is our business mentor. He will make sure our business will go healthy with the long way. With his over 30 years executive experience. And then we have an absolutely top-class advisory team. Dr. Zuckerman is the father of the chemistry we are doing. And he will be just next door to us, and we can get any question answered in-house. And Dr. Mazer is the most renowned cryobiologist. He will ensure our analysis go to the right direction. So here, we are looking forward to work with you together sincerely and start with $1 million for optimization of development of our product. And potentially $1.5 million will be ideal. And we are flexible for joint venture type of collaboration or establish limited partnership with you for your interested market.